Okay, let's see. It's May 2025. Got Martha here. Hi. Hi, Martha. She's hanging out, and I wanted to show the yard. It's funny how I thought maybe I'll show it in its infancy with a lot of the young plants, but the work to get it to where it is now has actually taken some time, but nevertheless, I wanted to show kind of the setup right now in 2025 and the way things are in our yard. Because we used to have a peach tree right here, but it got too heavy, it had too much fruit on it, and it cracked and just wasn't gonna survive very well. So let's see, I want to say last year I put this one in. This is also a peach tree, and this is the little walkway I've created that takes you to the shed, and also the playhouse that I want to take out. And more recently, this year, got this little yellow delicious or something apple tree, super tiny, semi-dwarf yellow delicious. Put that in this year. It's small, but the plan, of course, isn't to have the treehouse area right there. So this will have some room to grow, which is really, really nice. And kind of wanted to show the yard the way it is right now. And I'm trying to imagine what it would look like in, say, 5 years from now. A lot more full with the plants and whatnot, but it's been a process, trial and error. Over here, we've got another peach tree that was actually a seedling from the front. We no longer have a peach tree out front, but this is, I want to say it's in the ground now for 3 years. And the other trees, of course, I get from the store where they've already been, around for a couple of years until they sell them. So yeah, it's getting a lot bigger, given the fact that it was just this little tiny weed-looking thing in the ground. I thought it was a weed because I was taking weeds out of the ground in the front, and there was a peach pit attached to it. So I knew it was unique, and I had to save it, and that's what I saved. Over here is a nectarine tree. I'm not really going to focus on the vegetable garden because the vegetable garden changes every year, so it's not that special. But at least these little spots are specific for the garden. And in 5 years, I really hope to have changed the xeriscaping over here and all this section leading past the rows of Sharon trees. These rows of Sharon trees are a little, fashionably late in getting leaves, so I'm keeping my eye out for it, but they're still green. I've cut them open a little bit and it's still green, so it's still alive. It's just taking a while. So over here is the plum tree, the Santa Rosa plum tree. These were taller and crazier, but I had to cut them back a little bit just to make the branches stronger and not out of control. And this is a peach tree. It's got good form. It's a really nice peach tree. Last year I forgot to take off one of the peaches. I didn't know it was growing. It was actually growing this little back area here, and by the end of the season I pulled it off and it was amazing. Leland had most of it. So this is the privets that I got from my mother-in-law. She didn't know where to put them in her yard, so she gave them to me, and I put them here. And I'm kind of letting it go a little crazy. That way I can trim them down a little bit more once they get bigger. And the idea is to actually put more over here to create a little walkway you can get through here. This is my pear tree. This is a Bartlett pear tree. So they're green, greenish yellow. This is about 7 years old, so it's got a big, good trunk. And then all xeriscaping here are these rocks that I do want to just continue all the way around the yard. Here's my cherry tree. It's a hybrid cherry. It actually has both. It's got the Montmorency cherries, which are those dark ones you can get from the store. And then it has the tart ones you'd use for pies or something, throw on your ice cream. I neglected to mention I've got all these little shrubs and then the roses too. The rose bush. This is a burning bush, but this guy doesn't belong here. If you can see the difference. It's like a random, I'll get that later, but that doesn't belong. So here's more roses. And I have a red pear tree, which is this one. And I got it having kind of a lanky base, but it's gotten a little thicker, which is nice. Another rose bush, and then this is a nectarine tree. And then the arch is actually gonna go over there when I get that walkway done, when the xeriscaping's done its thing. So not much to see over here other than there's the house. But as far as the backyard goes, I would imagine in about 5 years it'll be very different, because the pear tree is really nicely established over there in the corner, and I can imagine these other trees when they're a little bit more mature, and I'm glad I have them staked, because at least the little ones, because it's kind of windy today. So that's what it looks like right now in 2025. It's spring. It's kind of warm, then it gets cold, then it gets warm, then it gets cold. We haven't really had a super hot day, but it's Utah. That's coming. And just let nature run its course, and I'll do my best to do more updates in the future, but this is just something I wanted to show in 2025. How old is everybody, Martha? I'm 41. Jess is 39. Leland's 13. Isley's 11. Kendall is 7. Martha is 2. Martha, you're going to be 3 years old this year. And this really obnoxious sounding thing. So that's the latest update. Not bad.